Hello my fellow friends and followers, it's me RetroMania, and in today's video we'll be talking about the top 15 best PlayStation 1 hidden gems. And with this out of the way, why not we jump to my top list? Let's go. On place 15 we have Monkey Magic. This is a fantasy setting 2D platformer inspired by the old Chinese tale Journey to the West. This is a fantastic platformer with a very colorful art style and with some very unique gameplay mechanics like stopping time, freezing yourself to go through fire, etc. You play of course as the Monkey King himself, and even though the graphics aren't amazing or anything even for PlayStation 1 standards, the charming art style, the colorful art style and the fun gameplay absolutely make this a hidden gem you should absolutely play. And another game you should absolutely play, it's the next game on my list, so why not we jump to place number 14. Monster Seed, it's a very unique game where we hatch creatures, monsters, by using monster seeds. Who would have guessed? The game has a very slow start, but once it picks up, it's very fun. You hatch new creatures, new animals. Obviously this is the whole appeal, creating new monsters, creating new parties, and be the very best. So go out, create new creatures, hatch them, create the perfect party, and defeat your enemies. And we're hatching monster seeds away. Why not we see what awaits us next? Shall we? On place 13 we have Hell Knight. This is one of my favorite titles on the PlayStation 1 and a very unique horror game on the system. The unique atmosphere and the gripping narrative and the terrifying music makes this a standout title on the PlayStation 1, and for this reason I placed it so high on my list. And if you are a fan of the horror game genre, this might be right at your alley. And with this out of the way, why not we jump to place number 12. Let's go. Bushido Blade 2, it's a very unique action samurai game what blew me away. The very unique thing about this title, it's the one blow action, where you can kill the enemy with one blow, but the enemy can also kill you with one blow. So it goes both ways, what makes each battle very tense. Now you would probably think it's another Souls-like, with huge difficulty spikes, but actually no. Make no mistake, this is not an easy game, by no means necessary, but it's also not a hard game, because you and your enemy can die by one blow. Everyone follows the same rules, so it's not like you have 1 HP and your enemy has like 2 million HP. Everyone lives and dies by one blow, and this is the reason why I placed this game so high on my list. The next game on my list is also another great gem and I cannot wait to show it to you. And so why not we place ourselves to place number 11. Let's go. Omega Boost, it's a 3D action-based mech shooter, what it's set in a distant future where we control mechs. And I really like the action fast-paced combat system of this title. One critique I have for this title, it's the very simplistic story, but the fun gameplay makes up for it tenfold. So if you are a fan of mech shooters, this might be the perfect game for you. And with this out of the way, why not we jump to place number 10. Let's go. Taifu, Wrath of the Tiger, it's a 3D platformer, what follows the journey of, well, a tiger, who fights his opponents by using martial arts. Many people speculate that this might be the game that inspired the movie Kung Fu Panda, but we will probably never know the truth. The colorful art style, the fun gameplay and the simplistic platformer story makes this another great gem, especially for platformer fans. So if you are a fan of this genre, this might be the perfect game for you. Definitely check it out. And with this out of the way, why not we jump to place number 9. Silent Bomber, it's an arcade-style action bomber game where you plant bombs to win a fight. The game gives you 3 types of bombs, and each bomb type is very unique, what gives you variety in the gameplay. All the gameplay mechanics are also very well fleshed out and a lot of fun. I would have placed this game much higher if it wasn't for the final boss. The final boss is a true pain in the... You know what I mean. I cannot say it because of, well, YouTube, but you probably know what I want to say. The final boss is just ridiculous. Still, this is a very fun game I would highly recommend. And with this out of my chest, why not we jump to the next game on my list? Shall we? On place 8 we have Vigilant 8. It's a fun armored race car shooter, where we control instead of humans, cars, to shoot our enemies to oblivion. The gameplay in this game is really fun, probably the most fun gameplay wise from this wall top list, but sadly everything else besides the gameplay just mediocre. That's why I cannot put it higher. Still, this is a very fun arcade style racing shooter game, and if this is your cup of tea, I would highly advise to check this one out. And let's not waste any more time and let's jump to the next game on my list. Let's go. Intelligent Cube with a Q, not with a C, so that you get IQ, you get IQ, iCube. Very smart naming, I must say, very smart naming. It's a 3D puzzle game and one of my favorite puzzle games ever created. In Intelligent Cube, your goal is to get rid of as many cubes as humanly possible before they try to roll over you. There are cubes with different colors and each cube behaves differently, what adds another layer of complexity and challenge to this platformer, what I really appreciate. If you are in search for a unique, challenging 3D puzzle game, then this game might be your cup of tea. What I also hope it's your cup of tea, it's the next game on my list. So why not we jump to place number 6. Colony Wars, it's a 3D intergalactic shooter game, what it's amazing. I mean, yeah, it has its flaws, but I really liked it as a child and even now as an adult. For this video I played it again for 1 hour and I had a blast. Such a blast, such fun, amazing. And yes, it has its flaws, and especially now when I'm older I can see the flaws, now with my years of experience, but still, this is a fun game I would highly recommend playing. Especially if you are a fan of intergalactic shooter games. And with this out of the way, why not we jump to place number 5. Oh yeah baby, top 5, let's go. Sayuku Journey West, it's a tactical strategy JRPG that combines fun transforming and summoning mechanics with a very charming art style. The main mechanic in this game is that almost everyone can morph transform into a stronger being. Only you yourself cannot transform, but you can summon, you are a summoner. Summons in this game work slightly different than in other games. In other games summons are one hit one and done types of deals, but not here. Most summons here remain on the battlefield and they are very useful. They are support type summons, so you can buff your allies with attack, defense, you can heal them and so on. So you are the support character in this game, while your allies will help you out finish the battle. But that's a nice dynamic to this game, and this is why I place this game so high on my list. And with this out of the way, why not we jump to place number 4. Einhanda, it's such an underrated gem and one of my favorite Squaresoft games on the PlayStation 1. Yes, this game was developed by Squaresoft, the same people who made Final Fantasy, Mario RPG and so on. But this game clearly flew by under everyone's radar. Einhanda is German for one hand. Einhanda, it's a galactic airspace shooter that plays in a dystopian future where moon humans, so humans who live on the moon, started a war with humans on planet Earth for resources. The story is solid, the gameplay is very fun, and it's one of the best arcade style shooters on the PlayStation 1. This game is such a treat, and the next game on my list is also such a treat. So why not we jump to place number 3. Top 3 baby. Let's go. Eternal Eye, it's a tactical strategy turn-based JRPG with unique monster collecting mechanics. The main gameplay mechanic in this game is the puppeteer mechanic, where we as a main protagonist has a mysterious power that grants us the ability to control Muppets. These Muppets can also be collected and evolved. It's clearly the best part of Eternal Eye. Also, before we start to place number 2, I wanted to mention the cover art. The cover art of Eternal Eye has nothing, pretty much nothing to do with the actual game. I guess they used the Eternal Eye title and wanted to look edgy and cool, but yeah, I mean, it has nothing to do with the actual game, so yeah, it's more like Pokemon with tactical strategy JRPG. But yeah, I think we should stop wasting time and immediately jump to place number 2. So why not we jump to place number 2? Vagrant Story, yes, another Squaresoft title not many people know about. Vagrant Story, it's an action-based tactical strategy JRPG with well-made, weird, amazing gameplay and incredible music. But what I think makes this game so unique, so special, it's the blend of so many different genres, so many different gameplay genres. This game combines many different gameplay genres into one game. This is not a simple action RPG by any means necessary. This is an amazing experience from start to finish. And because not so many games try to make what Vagrant Story did, I placed it so high on my list because it's such a unique game you should absolutely try out. The next game you should absolutely try out, it's the number 1 on this top list. So let's jump to place number 1. On place 1 we have Code Elka. This is one of the most unique RPGs you will ever play because it's a horror RPG, but it's also a turn-based tactical strategy horror JRPG, to be precise. I was thinking, how many horror RPGs do we even have? We have a couple of JRPGs that have horror scenes, like for example the scene in Final Fantasy XV or the opening act of Tales of Berseria, but it's rare, really rare to see a horror RPG, to see a RPG that has horror as its genre, storytelling and atmosphere. There are a couple of them, but then you also add a tactical strategy turn-based JRPG gameplay to your game, and yeah, I mean, it's very unique. It's probably the most unique game I have ever seen. On top of that, Code Elka exceeds in pretty much everything. Great amazing music, great gameplay, amazing atmosphere, some of the best graphics on the PlayStation 1. I mean, the game comes in 4 discs because of the in-game cutscenes that look incredible. One of the best graphics on the PlayStation 1. Great atmosphere, great graphics, great music, and also the story. The story is great, the story is amazing, and the gameplay, it exceeds in pretty much everything. It's an amazing game and it's such a shame that it's so forgotten and so pushed aside. When it comes to the PlayStation 1 library, this is a true gem. I would highly recommend. And yeah guys, this was my top 15 favorite PlayStation 1 hidden gem games. Do you agree with my top list or do you disagree? Let me know in the comment section down below. And with this out of the way, I wish you all a wonderful day. Sayonara my good old PlayStation 1 friends. Bye, and ciao.